spirit of Halloween, I'm going to do something I only started doing yesterday. And that is, I am going to attempt to do something I'm not sure I believe in, and that Serum will understandably doubt is even possible. I am going to attempt, ladies and gentlemen, to have a conversation or a communication with somebody who has passed over to the other side. I'm going to attempt mediumship. I am not sure I can do mediumship, and I will go further. I am not even sure mediumship is real. But I can tell you, as a highly sensitive person, many, many times, spirits have shown up and wanted to say things to me, and I have ignored them for the most part. But now it's time to start listening and see what can happen. So in a minute, I'm going to ask for a volunteer, and I'm going to tell that volunteer about any spirit that comes through from the other side. But I need this volunteer to be two things. One, they must recognize that there is a good chance I do not know what I'm doing and do not know what I'm saying. So I do not want somebody who is super sensitive and is likely to take everything I'm saying and spin it around in their head for weeks or months. I might say things about a relative who doesn't even exist. I might say things about a relative who has passed over and get things wrong. So please do not be sensitive if you are volunteering for this game. And the second thing is, I want this volunteer to have a sense of play. This is playful. If something serious emerges, that's great, but I want to come into it with a sense of play for my own sense of safety. Where are you from, Leah?
Canada, Montreal, Quebec.
Montreal, Quebec. Where were you born?
June 9, 1995, in Jewish General Hospital in Montreal.
Okay. This is highly experimental, and there's a chance that nothing will happen. I hear a name, and the name is James. Is there anybody who has passed over who has that name?
No.
I wonder, is there somebody in this room who has somebody passed over whose name is James?
No. I think Lynn.
Is that Lynn? Do you have somebody who's died whose name is James?
Yep.
All right, Lynn, will you come to the center with Leah? Don't go anywhere, Leah.
Oh, I thought go away because
I'm gonna see what happens here. Lynn, you come into the center to hang out if you feel ready.
Okay.
Or are you hanging out back there? Oh, thank you. Okay, so I don't know if this is meant for Leah or Lynn, but I'll just start saying what I see. Okay, the James that I'm seeing, I'm getting a vision of somebody a little bit reckless. No, not a little bit. Somebody reckless, fun-loving, and really clear image of somebody driving a car, potentially dangerously fast. Does this match anything?
Fun-loving, but no car.
me's car.
What?
Mine is car.
Yours has car. Okay. Okay, so what I'm seeing, and please stick with me, Lynn, and because we don't know where this is going. I see somebody driving a car really fast. It's a man, maybe 30s, maybe 40s, not older, possibly even 20s, somewhere 20s to 40s, not older. He had a lot of energy, this guy. He was very intense. He could make a mess of things. And he's saying he went too far too fast. Like, this is somebody who pushed life all the way and did not regret it, and says that that was his path, and that he wants whoever is listening to recognize that he needed to put a whole life into a shorter period of time. And there's nothing to regret there. That was necessary for him. And he's sorry he didn't leave. He's sorry he didn't make that clear at the time. This would be somebody who might have even raced cars. Does this resonate with you, Leah or Lynn?
I don't know.
No is a
'cause
fine
the one who
answer.
sounds similar to me is my cousin, but I don't know if he was doing race car at the time.
Was he in his 20s, 30s, 40s, and did he push life all the way?
For one, one of my cousins' name was Evangelos, and one time went to a party and my aunt called him and he got hit in a car accident. And my whole family and my father side felt very sad about it.
Let me see if I can get something specific.
I don't know if it's similar to Lynn's.
I'm getting something with a white cat. Does that resonate?
No.
All right.
And
Lynn,
I
anything?
don't want to interrupt.
Yeah, please interrupt.
Well, I saw some hands going up, and I just wanted to say, if there are questions, save them until we finish this reading. But if you have something that you feel like might connect to what the empath is saying, then let us know. But if it's a question,
that's great.
save it. So I'm going to assume
Perfect,
that if hands
Eve.
are up, that you have something connecting to what he's saying.
Yes.
Okay, so is that-
Bring it in.
Well, yes, I'm under Eden, but I'm his fiance. My name is Brandy.
What's up, Brandy?
Hi, how are you?
I'm all right. What are you getting that connects with what I'm saying?
Well, my middle name is Lynn, and my father passed away in 2009 in a car accident with speed involved.
What was your
However-
father's name?
Brian.
Was he, how old was he?
A little out of your range. He was 50.
Was he sort of a push life all the way kind of person?
Absolutely.
Did he ever race cars?
He raced motocross.
Wow. Okay. Does the white cat mean anything to you?
A white cap.
Cat, C-A-T, meow.
We had a white cat when I was growing up that was named, we named her Casper, and I remember her very, very vividly.
Okay. Will you come to the center and see if we can get a little further? And thank you so much for experimenting. And Serum, I accept that this might all be statistics. Okay, so what was his name again? I'm sorry.
Brian.
Will you ask me a question? Is there something that you can ask me that I can try to work with and see if I can tune into him?
His death was obviously in a vehicular accident. It was very unexpected. And within my family at that time, there was a lot of the family was in there was a lot of arguments within the family at that time. So.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what I'm seeing, and with the caveat that this might be my unconscious need to be right and say things that are meaningful, even if they're not. But I'm seeing this like piece of paper that I'm guessing is a will, and I see him like ripping it up and saying things like, "I wish you guys didn't worry about it." And then I hear these words, and I'm sorry I left so quickly, but I had a blast. And I don't know if that's real or not, but if it's useful, use it, and if not, let it go. And I think, Serum, what do you have to say?
Okay, first of all, you're freaking me out because about 90% of that was accurate. To someone, Edward James Johnson died at 29.
Oh,
Always getting in trouble for driving Humvees too fast. In fact, when he died, we were changing a tire on the Humvee because he was hauling butt around the base in Iraq, and we shredded up one of the tires. His mother had a white cat named Pearl, and there was a huge dispute over his will when he passed away.
this is the
you
one.
completely creeped me out right now.
This is the guy who is coming through. Thank you. Thank you
And who
so
is
much
this
for
again?
stepping forward. I mean, he pushed life all the way. He was a pedal to the metal sort of guy.
He didn't like going
James?
slow at all. He didn't like being behind anybody or anything like that, and it got him in trouble a lot, especially on base.
Well, I'm pretty sure everything you're saying is making my whole nervous system relax, because this feels like the person who has been trying to come through. I mean, I did see a guy, 20s or 30s, name was James, white cat, telling people to stop worrying about the will, apologizing. He apologizes for leaving so fast. Life was a blast. He had to live in a short period of time, but that was his purpose. And he had fun, and that's what he was there to do, push it all the way. And there's only one way to push it all the way, is to go too far.
That's so creepy. I actually helped him bury that cat
Oh,
when we were in high school.
there you
together.
have it. Well, Serum, I think I can say with a good degree of confidence that we've been contacting that James. The word James came through super loudly, and seems like
I
we've
was
got a
kinda
clear
holding
hit.
back a little bit to see like what you were gonna say, and then it just kind of compiled. So
Wow. Well, thank you, Serum, and thank you to my 3 volunteers who were willing to let me explore this. As you can tell, mediumship for me is something I have not at all mastered, but it does happen, and I think that might be why Serum was here today. Thank you, Serum, for stepping forward at the end. I think we found the right person.